Here, right now.
Oh my God!
Блять, стреляйте, ёбаный в рот!
This guy's gonna freaking kill me.
Two hunters spot a bear resting up in a tree and decide this is the ideal time to shoot. One steadies his sights and unleashes 3 rounds in rapid sequence. The impact sends the bear tumbling down to the forest floor.
Basically, you're gonna shoot him right there behind that arm, right here. Aim just a hair high, right there. Bust him in his lungs. You ready? Do your thing. Immediately rechamber, you're ready for second. Ready? Yep. Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Good shot. Good shot. Good shot.
And for a moment, they believe the threat is gone. But as they near, they realize the mistake.
Oh my God.
The bear is still alive and struggling to rise, forcing them to respond quickly now. Amid the confusion, one hunter slips and loses his balance and drops beside the injured animal, and the recording stops at the terrible instant. An injured bear can be bit as dangerous as a healthy one, and deciding the ordeal is finished too early can turn a managed hunt into a deadly situation. The moment implies the hunters misjudged how tough the bear still was after those first rounds. What do you believe happened during those final seconds after the footage suddenly stopped? YouTuber Yappy headed out with Jason on a suburban hunt in November 2023. The two positioned together on a tethered platform, hoping to quietly take a doe inside the city limits tonight. It was supposed to be a simple evening in familiar woods, nothing else. But once the main situation played out, the night shifted unexpectedly.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Dog, is he shooting our way? I just wanted to dump a couple of clips. I guess, bro. Where's he at? He's like this way. Dad. This is crazy. Every time I come down here, some crazy crap happens. Some guy's unloading every round he has. Hopefully not towards us, but probably our way.
Me and Jason are currently just trying to shoot a doe. Something always happens to Jason. We are on one tethered platform, so if you didn't know, you should get tethered because it can hold over 500 pounds.
Over 500 almost.
But what the heck, bro? It sounded, he's shooting his pistol, and then he just got out the old 22 and he's shooting, so we're behind the tree, luckily, but he's less than 100 yards from us. This is suburban. This is in the city limits. I don't know what to do. We should be able to get a deer to come in, but I don't know, man.
I'm so sorry, Jason. It's okay. I still think we're gonna kill him.
Yeah, I do too. This is one of the craziest hunts of my life so far. Hopefully it pays off. We'll see. Should go. Go ahead. Alright, go ahead. Go ahead. Finally got his first Georgia deer. After that guy was shooting. What the heck?
While moving his way through the trees, Yappy came across someone walking in the woods, someone he believed might have been the same person tied to the earlier shots.
What you doing, brother? What you doing, brother? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You love a good poacher encounter. I don't know what he was doing. He was walking, looking for something. He had his car parked up here. I tried to get down and talk to him and confront him, but when I yelled at him the first time, he stopped like he heard it. And he kept walking, and I said, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? And he ran to his car. So I got down as fast as I could, tried to get up to see what kind of car it was, maybe get the license plate number, but wasn't fast enough, and I think I lost my phone, so. There's literally a guy hunting right here, right next to my property. I'm calling the game warden right now. Hey, this is Tristan. I talked to you a while back about some hunter harassment stuff, and I have a poacher probably less than 20 yards from me in a stand. He came off an easement right here, and I was just seeing if I could get an officer out, or he's on city property.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. We got one for that. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the game warden is on the way. God, do people suck. This property has been rough. And I would have had no idea. I almost didn't even hunt today. So that right there is city property. And he just parked over here and walked off the street. He just grabbed his bow. This sucks. Once the game warden gets here, I guess we're gonna confront him. Y'all stay tuned. So we're down on the ground right now, reporting to you live. His truck is right there. Is 20 yards in front of me. So this is honestly hilarious. It sucks because it ruined my hunt, but I'm glad I came hunting, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have caught him. Game warden just texted me, said that she just pulled up to his truck. I think things are about to get interesting. He's going to get down. Alright, he's on the ground. What is he doing? Just pulled back his bow. Excuse me, bud. Excuse me, sir. Sir, excuse me. What are you doing, brother? Do what? I scared you? What are you doing over here? You're with what?
Public land.
No, this isn't public land, bud. We don't have public land over here. Game warden's on the way. She's here. So, yeah. Right, you can't just, it's not a WMA, you can't hunt over here.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Okay.
Can we talk? I don't see.
Do what?
Can we talk? I'm not a friend.
Right. I'm just filming for my protection, make sure that we're good. So you thought this was public ground? Did you walk in it over here the other day? The other night? I said something to you? Says he thought it was public ground. Oh, you love that. No, we're gonna go talk to her. And this is the thing, if it was an honest mistake, I'm okay with that. But
I am in my first 2 years. I'm simply just trying to find urban spots.
right. Yeah, you can't just walk into the woods, bud. You gotta, right, well, you didn't do the right research. You can't just walk off and hunt these urban areas. You have to go and knock on doors and get permission. We will go talk to her. No worries at all.
Good morning.
Taylor. Is that the only farmer down here?
Excuse me?
Is that the only farmer?
Yeah, just front one.
He said he thought it was public ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what they always say. No public land like that in Georgia.
Right.
Like,
You
it's
can't
not,
just hunt
no,
in there.
that doesn't exist in Georgia.
I have the physical one, but do you mind if I just show you on the app?
That works just as good now.
So this was the same guy that walked in here the other night, and I yelled at him and he didn't respond. So I guess he marked him out a good spot. He came in. He said he's just getting into hunting and he thought this was public ground, but it's not. He knows that. And that's what the game warden said. She was like, that's what they all say, so.
It's getting access to the hunt. Here, I've skipped that step because it's not, I don't believe you. I do believe you. My thinking was wrong. My thinking was simply, this is government public land, so I had it wrong from the start.
Right.
Obviously, I would be knocking on doors like you're telling me if my thinking was, now wait a second, this is not what it seems like. I need to talk to these people, build these relationships.
Right.
I admit I was wrong from the start, so.
Yeah, he's just trying to help you out. whether it's the county or it is Mr. Bob over here who has 30 acres right here. It's called a landowner affidavit. And if they have that signed with the DNR, then they're saying anyone that's hunting on that property, it's because they've had a lot of problems with other people thinking the same way that you've thought. Your court date, they'll probably send you a certified letter, is what they've done in the past. Gwinnett County does it so different than all the other counties. Sure.
Well, that went good. I feel like situations like that, you never know if someone is lying or telling the truth or what, but the guy seemed genuine. I just, you never know these days. But that's Miss Taylor. She's awesome game warden. And
the stranger's conduct made it obvious he wasn't respecting any rules about where he hunted or how he managed a weapon. The whole ordeal left a knot in his stomach that didn't ease even after a successful harvest. It was the kind of moment that shows how fast things can flip from ordinary to dangerous in the woods, especially when someone nearby is irresponsible with a firearm out there. Urban hunts bring risks that often come not from wildlife, but from people who ignore rules or fail to verify land permission beforehand. Have you ever seen someone outdoors acting so reckless that it changed the entire feeling of the day for you? In this clip, two hunters close in on a moose with their rifles raised. One fires around, but it isn't clean, and the injured animal surges forward in rage. What comes next is a fast, frantic struggle as the moose fights back against the men chasing it.
Ребята на охоте. Блять, стреляйте, ёбаный в рот!
The recording stops when the cameraman leaves his vehicle to help the wounded hunter, leaving the ending truly unknown for both the man and the moose. A responsible hunt demands a swift, precise shot because a poor one makes the animal suffer and puts everyone in danger. One winter night, Gary Reed stepped out into the deep snow behind his property with only a camera and a recording dish, no flashlight, after his neighbor reported chilling screams echoing from the woods. What he first thought were the sounds of kids playing quickly turned into something far more unsettling. It began when his neighbor Tom messaged him about a backyard fire. Gary walked onto his deck to snap a photo and politely decline. But that's when he heard it. Sharp, human-sounding screams cutting through the freezing night. At first, he assumed Tom's children were outside, but then another text arrived. Tom had heard the noises too, and he was certain they weren't coyotes. When Gary finally went home to check his footage, he noticed something deeply disturbing.
I found one of our old skidoo trails right here, so it's kind of packed. I can walk here. So there's the fire over Tom's place. They're pretty loud over there, so I don't know if that's going to pollute my recordings. If this thing starts up again, you'll know it was loud. I could hear it from the deck. It was like kids screaming and playing. Or fighting. I thought maybe they were fighting too. So, I'm not sure what this is. It could be an animal. But I would sure love to get a recording tonight. There goes the neighbor's dog. Last time the screaming was happening, the dog was barking as well. I've got the parabolic dish turned on. So it's been 20 minutes. I haven't heard anything. It's been quite a while. I haven't heard the dog anymore. I'm 300 yards behind Tom's house where they're having the fire right now. I've just been sitting here quietly. There goes the dog again now. You don't think the parabolic dish is heavy and this camera is heavy until you hold it for about 10 minutes. My arms were like rubber. I had to set them both down. It's frustrating. I can't believe I heard that from my deck. I just thought because they were having the fire, that the kids were outside playing or fighting. I should have known better. I gotta turn the dish back on. I can hear whistling. I can't tell where it's coming from. I can hear it right now.
Half of his recordings had disappeared. They weren't corrupted or damaged. They were simply gone from the camcorder altogether. In all his years of documenting the outdoors, he had never seen his equipment fail like that. Paired with the strange screams, the missing files, and the sudden reappearance of previously lost gear, it became clear that something truly unusual had taken place in those woods. In December 2018, Darren from Darren's Northern Life was out hunting on the final day of Manitoba's deer rifle season when another hunter's reckless actions nearly cost him his life. Around 3:30 p.m., he headed to a familiar location he'd visited countless times. That year, 2 major snowstorms had swept through the region, changing deer travel routes and forcing them closer to dependable food areas. As Darren walked along the field edge before settling in, he noticed something troubling. A vehicle sitting nearby with its hazard lights flashing. The person inside was trespassing on private land, positioned in an area where thick timber made taking any safe or ethical shot impossible. Darren recognized how wrong the situation was, but chose to stay focused. This was his last opportunity of the season, and he wasn't going to let someone else ruin it. He moved back to his spot, about 40 feet off the field, and waited. But just before 6 p.m., in those final legal minutes of shooting light, everything went dangerously wrong.
Oh my goodness, that bullet just came over my head. Sounded like a hit though. You freaking idiot. Oh. Man, I wish there were some bigger trees here. This guy's gonna frickin' kill me. He's shooting right towards me. Oh my goodness.
Okay, at least there's some trees between us now. Idiot. Well, that's exciting.
When legal shooting time ended at 6:18 p.m., Darren made his decision. He would get the plate number and confront whoever had been recklessly firing in his direction. This incident is a powerful reminder of why hunting safety matters so deeply. Every year, hunters are injured or killed not by animals, but by irresponsible people with firearms.
Not much, self?
Not much. Taking pictures of the license plate. Is something wrong? Everything all right?
Somebody shot at me. I got on video. Literally, a bullet came flipping right over my head.
Two shots earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like around 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Where
Somebody
were you?
walking down the edge of Huggins Field here.
Yeah, there was a guy walking on the end of the trail here.
I was on the far side. Somebody walked down this side here, and freaking bullet. I seen a deer came out, and I seen a guy walking. I was like, oh, and sure enough, boom! You can. It's probably on video too. You can hear the bullet just.
No shit.
Well, we were.
It wasn't us. We're over.
No, the first shot wasn't a hit because it half a mile later it was still way up in the air. It sounded like a hit. I know it sure sounded like it.
Did it ever?
Yeah.
Anyways.
It did sound like a hit.
That was a hit. And
then
not too long after, another shot.
Darren walked away unharmed, but the sound of bullets ripping past, the terrifying whistle of danger overhead, would likely stay with him long after. The season ended, but not the way he planned. Instead of a victorious hunt, he left with a sobering reminder that sometimes the greatest danger in the wilderness isn't nature, it's other humans. That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.